Umpire Ross Emerson did the same in a one-day game in Brisbane. Reluctant to lose their prime wicket-taking asset and convinced that his action was legal, Sri Lanka sent Muralitharan to the University of Hong Kong, where after extensive testing, biomechanics said that he was fine and that the apparent throw was in fact an optical illusion allied to a birth defect which prevented him straightening his arm. The ICC were convinced, and Murali was free again to continue giving batsmen nightmares. By January 1999, he'd taken 203 test wickets and 139 in one-dayers, as for the first time since the Hare-Emerson no-balling, Sri Lanka returned to Australia. And while Hare wasn't appointed to stand in any of their games, Emerson was.
I'd had a meeting with Bob Merriman, who was the chairman of the umpires selection committee, who later became the chairman of the Australian Cricket Board. And I had a conversation with him over a number of issues, and at the end of it he said to me, he said, "When's your next game?" I said, "Oh, in Adelaide, next week." He said, "Oh, which game have you got?" I said, "Oh, England and Sri Lanka." He said, "Ah, that's right, yes." He said, "Well, you've set yourself fairly high standards in certain aspects of the game. We expect you to uphold those standards." I assumed that he was talking about illegal deliveries.
We discussed the ICC request in respect of how to deal with a player who you believed was not legitimate, at the same time not taking away from the umpires their right, if you had a deliberate issue, obviously to call it. And that was understood by all of the umpires, and that was the way they were to operate.
All the other umpires, bar me, had a look at Murali prior to the Adelaide game on the 23rd of January. I think I'm just assuming now that they left me till last to see what had happened, but with Merriman telling me, he expected me to do it, encouraging me to do it. He didn't direct me to do it. Encouraged me to do it is how I put it. I had no doubt that the Australian Cricket Board expected and probably wanted him to be called.